Okay, students. Today we will see PL SQL in MySQL by using a procedure. Stored procedure. And today class will contain basics of stored procedure. Now, let me know which table I should use, because on the left side you can see there are a few tables are available and followed by the database classic model. So first let me use classic model database, and then execute this code and see now it is executed perfectly. There is no issue. Now let me know right now which table I should use to explain the PLSQL.
Order, sir.
Okay, so now I'm using order table. So first let us explain the few syntaxes, then how we can use such queries into the PLSQL, and PLSQL is stored procedure. So select star from order. So this is our simple query for see what are the values which is occupied by the order table. So here we have this one. So let me execute this query and now see the result. See the result. See order number, everything is over here, and order date, required date, receipt date, and status. Now it is visible to all. Right now, please tell me it is visible to all.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I just update this query, so I need to filter out the data between specified and how I can use. So there's simple syntax. Select star from orders where ship date or required date. So I can choose any attribute like ship date between I need to give any date. So I'm just choosing any random date, just like 2003 and 01, and next month is 01. So month I'm just changing 3, and okay, and next we have 1. So 1st March to 2003 to and between 2003 to 1st March. If I execute this query, then you can see there will be only the few results will be displayed over here from the above table, that is the orders table. So from this order tables, what we are seeing the filter data by using the applying the between operator. Now it is visible to all. Let me know it is visible to all.
Yes, sir.
Now between operator we have seen into the previous class, so there would be no issue right now. So the question is saying if we need to see all these results by using PLSQL, then what are the things are required? For explaining the PLSQL, few things are required. Those are the in PLSQL. So I'm writing here, then you can understand in the PLSQL what we have in the PLSQL. We have a few we have the few statements. Okay, we have the few statements, and those are recognized by the PLSQL. So under into the structure of the PLSQL, those are declare, begin, end, and before end we have the exception as well. Okay, so these are the few things we need to keep in mind. Exception. And why exception handling? Because exception handling is used to represent the or find the logic error. So in PLSQL, if you're writing any code, that must be contained by the declare, begin, end. But declare and exception are the optional part. But begin and other needed part, or we can say it is mandatory part or required part. So by the stored procedure, we can explain the PLSQL into simple way. So let us explain by an example. Then you can see. Right now I'm just creating the PLSQL. But before creating PLSQL, you can see there is a stored procedure tab is available just beside, just below the view tab in the classic model database. You can see table, view, and stored procedure. Now it is visible to all. Let me remove the unnecessary stored procedure over here. So we have over here, just see stored procedure visible to all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so right now I'm just creating the first PLSQL to see how to use PLSQL and how we can use. Since stored procedure PLSQL is just like a calling or defining a function in C and C++, Java, and Python. So in the any programming language, we define a function. Then how to define the function and procedure? So that is the same concept we have to apply here. And there is a little bit difference we have to keep in mind. Procedure means a set of the code or block of the code which will be used to define something. But if we're talking about the function, and the function is saying to us, when you define the function, then function should return something. And this is a basic or key point you have to keep in mind in terms of the programming and the procedural function. Procedure never returns a value, but function is required to return something. And this is a little bit difference we have. But if talking about the highly object oriented programming like Python and Java, so here we have to use term the methods only. And why methods? Because some concept is followed by the constructor. Some constructor can be written some value, or some constructor cannot be written value, or depend on the type of the constructor, that is parameterized constructor, normal constructor. In terms of the programming I was speaking, same thing here we have in the PLSQL. If we have the PLSQL and by which we are not returning anything, then we have the only procedure. And in the MySQL, the term is known as the stored procedure. And with this stored procedure concept, we will see how to define the PLSQL. If we need to define a procedure and which required to return something, at a time that concept is undercome into the function instead of the procedure. So this is the point you need to keep in mind. Okay, before starting this point, so first let me know, is this clear to all, the little difference between the procedure and function? Yes, please tell me any doubt. Little bit difference between the okay. So first I'm writing the PLSQL. So there will be syntax. We have to use delimiter. Okay. In the MySQL, we have to use delimiter. This is the syntax of the uh, what we can say the syntax of the MySQL. But in the Oracle or the database, there is delimiters not required. But here we have to use. So I am using any delimiter. So I can use any symbol. Right now I'm using the dollar symbol. You can use a backslash or other symbol, but if you are using this symbol, then we can use this symbol after the and statement. So here I'm just using the dollar symbol, dollar symbol. Now what will the syntax? Create procedure. So this create procedure would be the your keyword. And I just want to give the name of the create procedure. So I'm just giving the temp one. Okay. This I'm just giving the first PL1. So PL1 is my the name of the procedure, because this is my first PL script code. Now, and since this is a process kind of the procedural function, and in a CNC plus, if you want to define the procedural function, then a parenthesis is required. So I need to put the parenthesis over here. So create procedure and if a procedure name, that is PL1, and I'm defining the parenthesis because I'm not passing anything over here. Because just like normal function, I'm just using this procedure, defining this procedure. So create procedure, and I need to use parenthesis. Now next we have the begin. In this begin section, or this between the end or begin section, what I need to do, I need to write the my code what I want to do. So here I just want to select all the data from orders. Okay, all the data from the tables. Okay, so this is my simple procedure. all the data from the tables where I can use this statement as it is to explain my idea, where instead of six I can use a required date. Okay, just give me 1 second. A required, because there are the two. Okay, just there should be this one, and I'm changing right now date month only to know the my result only, instead of the doing much changes. I'm just doing only this changes. Now this is the done, which is a part of the my procedure. Since as I told you into the previous class or previous to previous class, that is a PLSQL is what? Previous in PLSQL, it calls automatic the all the instruction, all the set of the query will be executed automatically when we call this or any procedure, and it can have the multiple set of the queries. So here I'm just writing right now only the one query. Now delimiter I'm using, that is double dollar symbol. So instead of this one, you can use any. But right now, I'm just using dollar two times. So and section will be used by the double dollar, because right now I'm just ending the my procedure. Now at the last, I need to use delimiter keyword and at the semicolon. So this is the point, and let me check where I'm just doing right now. Mistakes. Oh, okay. Since average statement should be terminated by a semicolon, so at the last query will be terminated at the semicolon as well. Okay. Let me check where is the problem. So delimiter process create procedure PL is one, and begin, and this query is correct. There is no issue, and okay now yes. Is it clear to all? It is visible to all. First, let me know.
Yes, sir.
So what is the syntax? Create procedure, procedure name, and in the begin and end section you have to write. Now see, after end keyword or end statement, I'm putting dollar as a suffix. So why? Because I'm using delimiter to execute my PLSQL. Okay, let me execute this code. After executing this code, this code is executed successfully. You can see over here. Okay, so there's no error. At the last, you can see. After refreshing over here, I can see the PL is created. Now you can see inside the stored procedure. Is it visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now question comes in our mind: how to call this procedure? Okay. How to call this procedure? Can anyone tell me? By the call keyword. Okay. By the call keyword, I can call. Okay. If I try to execute this code now, see what would be executed. Call PL1. I'm calling call PL1. So PL1 is my processor name. By the call keyword, I can call. Now you can see it is visible to all. So only those information will be displayed which is the part of the our query, and that is the ship date should be between the 1st January to the last January or the 31st January. Okay, so right now I'm pasting the code over here to explain purpose once again, and then let me put all this code or this procedure inside the this part. See, it is visible to all. First, let me know it is visible to all. So how to execute this? How to execute your procedure? So execute P, P PL1. Okay, PL1 procedure by using call method, or we can say call statement. This is known as the call statement. Now it is visible to all. Just let me execute once again.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now it is visible to all, so that's good. Okay, so just like any if condition we want to use, just any loop we want to use in this begin and end section, we can use. So without any problem, it is also easy to use or easy to define the PLSQL under the MySQL by using the stroke procedure we can do. So it is visible to all, so then it is okay, there is no issue. Just as according to my words, right now, if I want to change this delimiter into a different way, then I can change. So let me create any other code like this one. So I'm just coming to the my point once again. See, so now this is the point we have over here. Now what I'm doing. See, now now heading is changing. I'm changing delimiter symbol. Instead of this delimiter, if I want to use any other symbol, like as I told you, if I want to use this symbol, then we can use. And I'm just creating another procedure by using the different delimiter, just like this one. PL1 is already defined, so I'm using my PL2. And under this begin section, I will execute another query. So I'm changing my query. So let's start from customer. Okay, so let's start from the customers. And where there's no, I just want to simple, just I want to execute my query. Let's order by, okay, order by customer name. Okay, order by customer name, and I'm calling PL2 over here. Okay, so that is order by, so not order bu, order by. Okay, let me check the table. Inside the table, what are the, okay, customer name we have, of course customer name we have, and state, country. Okay, order by this one, and just give me 1 second. Where country is equal to USA. Okay, this is a query I'm writing. Okay, so from the customers, so all the details will be displayed where the country belong to the USA and order by the customer name. So this is my two query I'm just putting over here. Okay, let me check this part, or any doubt
Excuse me,
right now
sir.
you have, then yes, you tell me.
Sir, what is the use of delimiter in this
Since
code?
yeah, in this code, since in the MySQL delimiter is going to over here, you are defining the code that is not a normal writing code. Since in the query tab, you can see over in the query tab, you are not writing the normal or regular query, that is SQL query, that is structured query language. Here you are defining the PLSQL block of PLSQL code. So delimiter, it defined it, whatever you want to do, that is to perform under the some delimiter, or in this delimiter, everything will be done. And every statement, like the query, will be terminated by the semicolon. Now see, in the this delimiter, so what in the this delimiter, we have to write this code like this one. And this, if you are using this delimiter symbol, then this will be used by the end statement as well. And at the last, delimiter will be terminated by the semicolon. So PLSQL in the PL1, PL2 is the name of the procedure, and create procedure is a keyword. And here we can't use a semicolon because we are defining the block. Just like this one, you can see. Okay, just let me use this one. Okay, so you can see now create procedure is kind of the function of procedure in C and C++, Java and Python, just like the function we can say. But if you're talking about the function, then function is required to return something. But here we are talking the procedure. The procedure will not return anything, and this is the very good concept. And we can see the difference between the procedure and function. And if you're putting any query, then that query will be terminated by the semicolon. If you are not using semicolon, now the error will come over here. Now see what error we are getting right now. You can read out over here. See, missing semicolon. So it means in this delimiter defined that what you want to writing, that is a part of this PLSQL, and in the PLSQL every statement should be terminated by the semicolon. So this is a point we need to keep in mind, and this that is a statement and which describe that, and this in the delimiter what we are following, we are defining. Now if you want to use a multiple PLSQL, then you can write over here without any problem. Okay, for giving you a hint purpose, I can show you now. See, in the MySQL, if you want to use Wizard, or if you want to use some different concept like this one, right? Instead of writing the code, now just click on the store procedure, and now go to the create procedure menu. I'm clicking on the once again. Just click on the right button on the store procedure. Click on the create procedure, and after going that part, our new procedure routine will be displayed like this one. So automatically everything will be done into come here. But now see here we don't have the delimiter. So why we don't have a delimiter? Because in this tab we are separately we are defining or we are writing the code of the PLSQL. But if you want to write the code under the query tab, then at the time what you want, you need to define the delimiter. Then we are writing or we are defining the PLSQL block. This is a little bit different. We have to keep in mind, and this is a different from the Oracle and IBM DB2 as well. So IBM DB2 is also kind of the database management system where we can write the PLSQL, and Oracle is also most successful and most powerful tool for the RDBMS. But in that case, if you want to define the PLSQL, the delimiter is not required. We can directly start from the begin and end statement. So we have only the two important statements. Those are the begin and end statement. And under those statement, under the statement, these statements, we have to write our query. But here we are defining the PLSQL by using the store procedure. So this is the point we need to keep in mind under the MySQL. So each and every tool has its own advantage, disadvantage part. But here we are following the advantage part of the MySQL. Now, is it clear to you right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Sir,
I'm
is it,
just
sir,
you tell me.
sir, yes, sir. Sir, is it necessary to put same symbol after delimiter and end?
Yes, yes, of course, of course. Now, see, now, of course, we have to use. Now, just first let me put the semicolon to remove this error. If I'm not using this symbol, just let see. If we try to do, just let me check it is working or not, because the practically or conceptually it should not work. But let me check this one. Okay, if I'm not putting the same symbol, then what would be error? Okay, now see, we are getting the error. Procedural classic mode PL2 does not exist because it is not being created.
Okay, sir, understood. Means we
So
have to
so
put the
so what
same
we need,
symbol.
same symbol. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So let me execute this query once again and see. Now it is created, and it is created and 36 rows are displayed. And now see what is happening over here. See, first the PL store procedure is created and execute, and then after while calling the PL2, it is executed automatically, and it executes all the queries means the query which is written to the begin and end section. So we can say the instead of the statement we can say section. So we have the two section, begin section and section. So everything or the set of the statement we have to put into the begin and end section. Okay, let me use a multiple statement to see all the result once again. So just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. See, now our list is created. So yes, PL2 is coming over here. So there is no issue. If you want to define any other uh, scale, so just give me 1 second. Let me make this one as a comment. Okay, so this one. Now I call. So now, so if I'm using this one, I'm using PL3 because PL2 or PL1 is already available. So I will not replace this thing. So here we have PL3, and same query I'm executing, and I'm just want to type another query like select start from employees. Okay, nothing. So now it is also possible to write, or it is also possible to execute multiple query by calling a single procedure. So let me execute this code and see what would be the result. Now it is executed successfully. There is no issue. Now you can see on the My tab there are the two queries are executed. Just see very clearly. You can see first this query will be executed. Now see in the result 6. This is the answer we have. Is it visible to all? The country which belong to USA, the result is showing over here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in the result A1, the second query is executed. So we have the answer over here. Okay, let me remove all those things, result 6 and 7. And now I'm just want to update something over here in the PL3. Just let me remove PL3 from here, and to show the result, I want to see only the country which belong to the France only, France, and select employee. So just let me check the what is the employees table. So what are the columns? Employee first name only. Okay, I'm just taking the first name. So I'm updating my query. That is a okay, just, yes, he is first name. FIRST first name. Okay, I'm just updating my query. See, if I try to execute, then two queries will execute it one by one. Okay, see. Just let me check once again. There is no issue. Okay, so you can go to comments, so there is no issue. And let me execute. Yes, two queries are executed one by one, not parallelly, not simultaneously, one by one. Select star from the customer with country, that is France, and order by the customer name. So in the result 8, you can see this is the detail. See, country name is France. And the result 9, another query is to be executed over here. Select first name from the employee, you can see in the result 9. So with the help of the store procedure or this kind of a PL code, we can execute the multiple queries. This is the most important aspect while seeing the database. So whenever we need to execute multiple query, then what happen at a time? First, you will execute the one query, then you have to put the comment section such query, and then you have to write another query. But we want to write a simple code by which we can execute the multiple query one by one by single instance or by single movement. Then we can do. Then how it is possible? Of course, with the help of the PLSQL, it is also possible. So this is the beauty of the PLSQL. Right now, it is clear to all. Right now, please tell me, is it clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in query, if you want to write the multiple query, then you can execute all the query one by one. Okay, but in the PLSQL, we can execute a multiple query, and these are the big advantages. Now, this is a little bit idea about the basic of the PLSQL. Is clear to all? First, tell me, is it clear to all? Yes, please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so right now we have a most important part. If we are creating any procedure, stored procedure, then it is also possible to drop or remove. Of course, it is also possible. And so how we can remove? And of course, it is a simple concept. Just okay. Which procedure you want to delete? Suppose I want to delete the PL1 or PL2 or PL3. It's my need. So if I want to remove or drop a stored procedure, then I can remove without any doubt. The simple syntax it is drop procedure. Please keep in mind the syntax drop procedure, just like drop table, drop view. Okay, so we can also drop the procedure. So the syntax will be the drop procedure and procedure name. And at a time you need to remember the procedure name. So what is the procedure name? In the MySQL, you can directly remove by just click on the PL1, PL2, and just you can choose the drop store procedure. But you are very keen to know about the knowledge, the how to create or how to remove the procedure by the syntactical. Then it is very simple syntax. We have the drop procedure and procedure name. So we can just remove the PL1. So what happened here? The PL1 procedure will be removed. Okay, procedure will be removed from the our database. Okay, will be removed from our database. So how? Let us check. Let me execute this query to show me the result. Yes, it is executed. Now you can see the PL1 is removed. Auto refreshing, it is refreshing. Just refresh once again. PL1 is removed. Now we have the PL2 and PL3. It is visible to all. It is also possible. It is visible to all.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is this? This is the basic idea about the how to use the store procedure in MySQL. Just like a programming, we can use many things in the PLSQL by putting the various concept of the PLSQL, like if condition, looping, or defining the variable. So first point we need to learn today, that is defining the variable. So how to define the variable, how to declare the variable. So here I'm just going to explain very simple syntax about the declaration of a declaring a variable. Okay, so this is our first point. But how to define the variable in the PLSQL? Of course, if you remember the concept theoretically, that is declare keyword. By using the declare keyword, we can do. It is visible to if you remember the thing. Have you remember the point? By using declare keyword, we have understood how to define the variable in the PLSQL. Of course, with using declare keyword. So we will do same thing by the declare variable. And what is syntax? If you remember the declare variable name, data type, and default value, what I want to put. Okay, so let me explain this concept by the taking an example here. Then you can see then what would be the command output. Okay, so just let me take this one. Okay, I'm just right now choosing order table. Okay, for explaining this concept right now, or if you want to use any other table, then you can use. So first, okay, let me. Okay, I'm just typing directly. Delimiter dollar I want to use. Okay, there's no issue. Create procedure, that would be the my syntax. Create procedure, and I'm giving the get total order, and this is the my name of the procedure, the total. And in the beginning section I need to type something over here. So what I need to define or declare a variable. So declare total order. What is the type? Integer. And default value I want to use by default keyword. So default value, that is 0, and that is to be ended by the semicolon, just like the programming. If you remember, I just told you. So maintain every statement under the begin and end section will be terminated by the semicolon. You have to keep in mind this point. I'm repeating once again. In the begin and end section, under the begin and end section, every statement should be terminated by the semicolon, including the query. So this is my point. Now, if you remember the point, select into statement we have used. Okay, so declare total order integer type and default value, that is 0, and select count star. So I'm just choosing all the attributes name from which table, order. Okay, orders. And let me terminate this one by this one, and the delimiter should be semicolon. Okay, here every statement should be terminated. So this is the single statement. Now, since the select from, basically it is a part of the same concept, same query. This is the point. It is clear to all right now? First tell me, it is clear to all how to create the
Yes,
how
sir.
to declare a variable. So declare keyword we have to use, then what variable you want to use, what type of you want to use, and what is the default value you want to use. It is optional. Okay, if you do not want to default value, then you can leave, there is no issue. So right now, let me call this delimiter get total order. Okay, let me call. Okay, here you can use the parenthesis. Okay, and it is also optional to use parentheses right now, because we are not passing anything. When you are passing the something, that at that time what you need to do, we have to use parentheses. So it is optional, but right now I'm using parentheses to explain the concept properly. Okay, let me execute this query from the order by using the order table. Just let me check what are the attributes of the order table. So we have the order date, required date, ship date, status, and comments. So it will, this query will display what it display. It will display the total number of the rows. Okay, just please let me know. It will display total number of the table. No. So process is already execute. Okay, get order is already available. So just let me change this one. Okay, one. So let me execute this one. Yes. Now it is executed. Now it is displayed over here. My result, that is a total count. I am counting 326. Yes. Please tell me any doubts so far. The result is showing over here. Now see.
No, sir, no doubt.
But I have the doubt. You can see this procedure, then what is the sense of using the declare total variable? Because by the select count stuff we are getting the total number of the tuples or total number of the records. So what is the sense of this? Here 326 is showing the here 326 is showing the total number of the tuples. And of course, by the genuine meaning, you can say we are getting the same thing, but there is no issue. But here, what is the sense of using this thing? Is there a sense? No. But if you're defining any variable, then how we can use? This is my point. Yes, please tell me. Declare a variable. So here we are defining the variable. But here, what is the sense of using defining the variable? Because we are not using the total variable, total order variable. Did you use? No, we did not use. Okay. Here we are writing the query. Here we are writing. We are using the query to fetch the data. But where we are using this point, because only the select star count star from order, it is being displayed over here. So this is my point. But if you want to really want to use this point, then at a time you should remember the point. The point you should remember, that is the point. We can say we can assign the value to the our variable by using two important way. One is a set keyword, or by select into statement. So now what we are doing, just let me correct this query. Assigning the value assigning the value to total variable by using select into statement. If you remember this point, so what is the sense of the select into statement? Because this statement is used to assign the values from the database or tables, but you want to assign a direct value, just like equal to b, equal to b, equal to c, okay, or equal to 10 or equal to 20. So we are assigning the constant value directly, then we can assign. But we want to assign the dynamic value from the my table, then at the time select into statement is applicable. So just let me write over here. Okay, set statement is used to assign a constant value, just like a constant value. But select into statement is used to assign a value from a table. Okay, from a table. So select count star from the orders, but before the statement you have to remember select into. So select into what is the total count value we will get, that is to be assigned to the total order, and total order is already defined above. You can see here. Okay, so this is a point you need to keep in mind. Okay, just first let me remove the statement. Yes. Okay, now by using this one. So select count star. So what is the total number of the record or tuples will be come into the memory, and that is to be assigned to the total variable. Now total variable will be updated. Now here, if you want to use the such variable, then how to use? Now use of the variable. So how to use a variable? And definitely that is a select total order. So this total order was our variable. So total order. Now that should be terminated by the semicolon, of course. So we will not get any error. So now we are creating the procedure total order. The order one is already created right now. So I'm just changing this order two, and just let me order two this one. Okay, I'm creating a procedure on get order two, and I'm declaring variable total order, and that is defined by the zero value initialize, we can say. And we are not using set statement to initialize the constant value. We are using the total variable as a to fetch the total number of the record under into the order table. So by using a select into statement, we will get it. So let me execute this query. If you have any doubt right now, then you can ask me. Yes, student. You have any doubt? Please tell me right now. You have any doubt? Yes, please tell me.
No, sir.
Okay, okay. So just let me execute this query. Now this query is executed. Now see, you can see the result over here. Now what we are getting? We are getting the our column header automatically total order instead of the count star. If you remember the previous example, previous diagram, or previous image you have remembered, then you can see the column header was a count star instead of the total order. Now this is the point you need to keep in mind. Is it clear to all right now? Please tell me, is it clear to all with help of this example?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So right now everything is clear to all about the this basic of the store procedure. Is it clear to all right now? Please tell me the basic of the store procedure today in this uh, lecture. So for what we have seen basics of stored procedure. Okay, let me write correctly. Stored procedure, and including by the our three different sections. Those are the three different sections. Those are the declare, begin section, and section, and of course at the last what we have seen the declare section to declare part, which define the how to define the variable or how to declare the variable. Okay, so just like the programming integer a. Okay, let me write the code over here for understanding purpose. This declare variable, this is just like a programming way. It is just represent like the integer a equal to 0. Okay, this is like this one into Java or C or C plus. Okay. Okay, if you want to assign the any value, let's like a total. I'm using total order equal to 100. So this is just what? This is just like a value, and that is known as a equal to 100 into C, C plus plus or Java, or right now we can say the Python. Okay, so this is the point. But we don't use this value by using a set keyword just like this one. So we have not used. So I'm putting into the comment section over here. But right now in this our PLSQL, and we are fetching the data from the order table. So of course we can do. So we have used a select into statement. So basically the store procedure by using the by seeing the beginning section, end section, and declare, and of course we have seen the select into statement as well. Okay, these are the two, three or the four things we have seen right now. Please tell me any doubt in this basic of the store procedure or PLSQL in MySQL tool. Yes, please tell me. Any doubts so far? Yes, please tell me. Any doubt you have, then you can ask me. Please tell me.
No, sir.
Okay, okay. And we will see more detail about the some different aspect of the PLSQL by taking the advantage of the if conditions, looping, and of course we will see all those concepts one by one. When time permits, then we will see all the details one by one. So right now you don't have any problem, so it's okay.